Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This was the look I created. I missed last week's video and I was gonna miss this week's video because I'm sick, but I decided to just film anyways because I am feeling a little bit better. But yeah, if you want to see how I created this look, then please keep watching. To start off, I did one eye off camera and I'm priming this one with the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Concealer, and I'm just gonna buff that in. For a soft transition color, I'm gonna take the shade Dawn from the Lancome palette. I don't know the name, but I'll try to leave it down below if I can find it. But I'm just buffing that throughout my crease just to act as a barrier because we are gonna be going in with some pretty dark shadows. So to deepen it up a little bit more, I'm going to take the shade Embers. I think that's how you pronounce it, Embers. And I'm going to start by patting that in. And then as soon as I like the pigment and the placement, I'll do circular motions just to blend it out. And I didn't show on camera, but I actually go back and forth between Embers and Dawn a lot just to kind of blend it out and see what I liked and what I didn't. And then to darken it even more, I'm going to take the shade Henna, which is like really dark. If you didn't want to use black, you could use this shade. And with more of a tapered brush, that's going to go into my crease, kind of like in a C shape. And then I slowly wing it out towards my brow. And then to deepen it up even more, I'm going to take the shade Arabian Nights, which is just a black. And between Arabian Nights, Henna, and Embers, I go back and forth about 3 or 4 times before getting it to where I like. And then you see me going back in with Henna. I actually went back and forth a lot between all of the shades just to make sure everything was blended and all the colors popped. And yeah. So just take your time when doing this. For the lid shade, I'm just going to pack that on. I didn't even say what shade it was. For the lid shade, I'm going to take Siren's Emerald, and I'm just going to pack it on. I tried it with the brush, and I didn't like the color payoff, so then I did it with my finger. But obviously, to get into the inner corner, I did eventually use the brush. It looks more blue, but in person, it actually kind of pulls more green, which is kind of weird. What am I looking for? And then you see me going in with Henna and that tapered brush just to kind of blend out Siren's Emerald. And then off camera with the makeup wipe, I just sharpened the edge, and then I'm going back in with the Arabian Nights to deepen it. Now to begin on the face, I take the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. This is one of my favorite primers just because it is moisturizing, but the more you kind of spread it, it kind of gets tackier. And then for foundation, I'm going to take the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Foundation. This foundation is so pretty, but it can make you look very oily because it's like very dewy, like dewy to like the max. But I actually really like it. It has really good coverage and it looks really good on the skin. And for it being dewy, it doesn't come off. It lasts a very long time, so I love it. After foundation is blended out, I'm going to take the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Concealer again and then just go under my eyes, on my chin. And I was singing, I don't know what I was singing. And then I'm going to pat that in. I'm going to take the Juvia's Place powder and Sahara, I believe, and I'm just gonna lightly set the places I don't want to crease, and I'm gonna set my under eyes, mainly the center of my face, so my under eyes, between my eyebrows, my smile lines, and my nose, and around my mouth, because that's where foundation and concealer tend to break up the easiest. So I just want to lightly set it to prevent it. But I don't want to set my whole face because the foundation is dewy and I like the way it makes my skin look, just not in those areas. For bronzer, I'm going to take the Wet n Wild What Shady Beaches bronzer, and I'm going to take that on kind of like a rounded brush. It's not too dense or too flimsy, so I love it for like bronzing and contouring. And because I didn't set the foundation, I'm mostly pressing in the bronzer and then I will lightly buff it out. And I'm going to bronze my cheeks and my forehead. And then I do go a little bit under my chin, but nothing too dramatic. To kind of give my face more structure, I'm taking that brush I used for my under eye and the same setting powder, and I'm just going to lightly carve out my cheekbones. I don't take it directly to my mouth. I just do it like an inch or two outward. That way it kind of gives a softer appearance, and I'm going to let that bake while I finish the rest of my face. And to start on the lower lash line, I'm going to take that transition color Embers, and I'm gonna just run that under my lash line. This color can be brought down far enough because you're gonna notice the deeper the color, the smaller the brush. So this color is really gonna make it look very blended and smoked out. So next shade we're going in with is Henna, and I'm taking that on more of a denser brush, and I'm gonna do the exact same thing I did with Embers and just run it back and forth on my lower lash line. And just like the upper lid, I'm going to take Arabian Nights, which is the darkest color, on a small dense pencil brush to focus it solely on the outer corner. And as you can see, I'm meeting it up with the wing that we made by wiping off the makeup when we cleaned it up. That way it kind of elongates my eye instead of making it look so rounded, to kind of give like that cat eye effect. To finish these eyes, I'm going to take Rose Quartz, which is the shimmery color, and I'm going to use that as my inner corner highlight. I don't think I highlight under my brow bone. I don't know if I cut it out, but I don't think I do. Using that same highlight, Rose Quartz, I'm going to highlight the same eyeshadow. I'm going to use it to highlight the bridge of my nose and the tip of my nose. And then again, I use the same exact eyeshadow to highlight my face just because I was lazy. And it looks good as a highlight. It's not chunky or anything. It actually looks pretty smooth and it made my skin look good. And then for lip, you don't have to do this. I just did it because it's what I'm used to doing. So I took 2 lip liners. The first one I went in with is called, I believe, Medium Brown. And I'm using that because it's closer to my actual lip shade. And I just want to kind of give them more structure. Then to accentuate my cupid's bow and the bottom of my lip, I took the dark brown lip liner. And to fill in my lip and kind of give like that nude lip effect, I'm going to take the NYX Intense Butter Gloss in the shade Cookie Butter. This is honestly the best gloss I have ever used. I've never tried them before, but I'm in love with the NYX Butter Glosses. And for lashes, I don't know the exact name of these because the packaging, like the sticker fell off where the name was, but if I find them, I'll leave them like linked down below, or the name of them. But I decided these would be good because they're bigger than what I usually wear, but they're not too dramatic to where you can't see the eyeshadow, and they kind of help accentuate like that cat eye. And then I'm just gonna put on some Hourglass mascara to blend in my lashes with the fake ones, and then for bottom lashes. And this is the completed look. I hope you guys liked it, and I hope you guys like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.